Have you been thinking about getting a second cat? Maybe you feel guilty leaving your cat alone all day, or maybe you just want more feline love in your home. But here's something most cat owners don't realize until it's too late. Not every cat wants a roommate. Thousands of families bring home a new kitten expecting their resident cat to be thrilled, only to come home to hissing, hiding, and pure chaos. The stress can trigger serious health issues, including urinary blockages, skin conditions, and behavioral problems that cost thousands in vet bills. Today, I'm sharing 7 scientifically backed signs that your cat is telling you they prefer to be an only child. Stick around until the end because sign number 7 might be happening right now and you're probably missing it. This isn't about making you feel bad for wanting another cat. This is about respecting what your current cat is telling you and making the best decision for their well-being. According to a 2023 study published in the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery, approximately 30% of multi-cat households experience chronic stress-related behavioral issues. That's nearly 1 in 3. But if you know what to look for, you can avoid becoming part of that statistic. Let's get into the signs. Sign number 1. Your cat shows territorial aggression toward other cats. Pay attention to how your cat reacts when they see other cats through the window or on TV. Does your usually sweet kitty transform into a hissing, growling ball of fury? That's not just entertainment. That's a genuine stress response that reveals something critical about their personality. Here's what's happening. Cats are solitary hunters by nature. Unlike dogs who evolved in packs, cats developed as independent predators. When a cat shows aggression toward other cats, they're communicating a fundamental truth. This is my territory and I don't want to share it. The territorial response includes aggressive vocalizations like growling, hissing, or yowling. You'll also notice physical posturing with an arched back, puffed tail, and flattened ears. Your cat might attempt to chase or swat at the window and often remain agitated for several minutes after the other cat disappears. These aren't isolated reactions. They're consistent patterns that reveal your cat's true feelings about sharing space. If your cat consistently displays these behaviors, they're giving you a clear message. Bringing another cat into their space won't suddenly make them social. Instead, it creates a constant state of stress where they feel their territory is being invaded 24/7. Think about how exhausting it would be to feel defensive in your own home every single day. That's what you'd be asking your cat to endure. Sign number 2. Your cat has a history of stress-related health issues. Your cat's medical history is a window into their stress tolerance. Has your cat ever experienced urinary issues like cystitis or blockages? What about over-grooming that's led to bald patches? Maybe they've dealt with digestive problems like chronic vomiting or diarrhea, or upper respiratory infections that seem to come and go without clear cause. These conditions often have stress as an underlying trigger. Cats mask their emotions incredibly well, but their bodies don't lie. Stress manifests physically in cats more readily than in many other animals, and the consequences can be life-threatening. When you introduce a second cat to a stress-prone feline, you're essentially guaranteeing that their body will react. The stress of having another cat in their territory can trigger the same health crises they've experienced before, sometimes even worse, because the stressor isn't temporary like house guests or renovations, it's permanent. If your cat has shown that stress affects their physical health, adding another cat is like playing Russian roulette with their well-being. The temporary loneliness you're worrying about doesn't compare to the chronic stress they'll experience sharing their space. Your cat seeks solitude and values personal space. Not all cats are lap cats, and that's perfectly okay. But if your cat actively seeks alone time, avoids interaction, even with you sometimes, and has specific hiding spots they retreat to daily, they're showing you their personality. This isn't a problem to fix, it's a trait to respect. Think about your cat's daily routine. Do they spend significant time in quiet, secluded areas, like under beds, in closets, or on high perches away from activity? Do they leave the room when it gets too busy or loud? Does it take them several hours to warm up to visitors? Do they prefer to sleep alone rather than curled up next to you? These aren't signs of an unhappy cat. These are signs of an introverted cat. Just like some people recharge by being alone, some cats need solitude to feel balanced and content. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this personality type, and trying to force socialization on an introvert causes genuine distress. An introverted cat who values personal space will find a constantly playful, boundary-pushing second cat absolutely exhausting. Imagine never being able to retreat to your quiet space because someone always wants to engage with you. That constant demand for interaction without respite is mentally and emotionally draining. Sign number 4. Your cat is over 8 years old and has always been alone. Age matters more than most people realize. A cat who spent 8, 10, or 12 years as the only pet has established routines, territories, and comfort zones that are deeply ingrained in every aspect of their life. There's a common misconception that senior cats get lonely and would benefit from a young, energetic companion. The reality is, most senior cats find young cats absolutely exhausting. They've spent years perfecting their daily routine, knowing where the sunny spots are at different times of day, when meals happen, where they like to sleep, and when they like to play. Senior cats also have different physical needs that younger cats don't understand. They may have arthritis that makes jumping difficult and painful. They may have dental issues that affect how and when they eat. Their upper respiratory infections seem to come and go without clear cause. A younger cat bouncing around and pouncing unexpectedly can be genuinely distressing when you're trying to navigate the world with age-related limitations. Respecting your senior cat's established lifestyle isn't denying them companionship, it's honoring the peaceful retirement they've earned. Sometimes the kindest thing we can do is accept that our cats are happy exactly as they are. Sign number 5. Your cat shows signs of anxiety or fear in new situations. How does your cat handle change? This is one of the most reliable predictors of how they'll handle a new feline family member. Watch your cat's response to rearranged furniture, new objects in the home like luggage or packages, different daily routines, and unfamiliar sounds or smells. Confident cats adapt relatively quickly. They might investigate cautiously, sniff around, and within hours or a day, they're back to normal. Anxious cats may hide for hours or days, refuse to eat until everything feels safe again, or show stress behaviors like excessive grooming, vocalization, or elimination outside the litter box. The key difference is recovery time. A confident cat recovers quickly from minor disruptions. An anxious cat needs extended time to process even small changes, and their stress response is disproportionate to the actual threat level. If your cat hides for days when you rearrange furniture or bring home new items, they're showing you that change itself is traumatic for them. A new cat isn't a piece of furniture you can gradually introduce. It's a living being that moves unpredictably, makes noise, has its own scent, and fundamentally alters the environment constantly. For an anxious cat, this level of change can trigger severe stress responses, including complete loss of appetite, which in cats can lead to hepatic lipidosis, a potentially fatal liver condition. The stress hormones flooding their systems suppress immune function, making them vulnerable to infections. Their quality of life plummets as they live in constant fear in what should be their safe space.
Sign number 6. Your cat has resource guarding behaviors. Resource guarding in cats is often subtle, and many owners don't recognize it. It's not always obvious aggression. Watch for these behaviors: eating quickly even when no threats are present, growling or tensing when approached during meals, hiding toys in secure locations, showing anxiety when you're near their litter box, or always choosing elevated or corner spots where they can monitor the room. These behaviors indicate that your cat already feels a need to protect their resources. This insecurity comes from deep-seated anxiety about whether their needs will be met. It often stems from early life experiences like living as a stray, time in a shelter, or coming from a hoarding situation. When you add another cat to a resource guarder's environment, their anxiety multiplies exponentially. Suddenly, they're not protecting resources from a theoretical threat, they're protecting from an actual competitor. This triggers constant hypervigilance, aggressive encounters near food and water bowls, litter box avoidance because they feel vulnerable, and displacement behaviors like urinating on owners' belongings. Resource guarding doesn't improve with forced sharing, it intensifies. The anxious cat doesn't learn to share, they learn that their fears were justified and they must be even more vigilant. This creates a chronic stress state that's harmful to their mental and physical health. Understanding that resource guarding stems from insecurity, not dominance or meanness, helps us see why adding another cat makes it worse rather than better. These cats need security and predictability, not competition. Sign number 7. Your cat shows you affection and contentment daily. Here's the sign most people miss. Your cat is already happy. They're showing you every single day that they're content, but we often can't see it because we're projecting our own social needs onto them. A happy solo cat shows regular play behavior, even if it's independent, maintains a healthy appetite and grooming habits, shows affection on their own terms, displays curiosity about their environment, has relaxed body language with soft eyes and neutral tail position, and sleeps comfortably in open, vulnerable positions. If your cat is showing these signs consistently, they're not suffering from loneliness. The desire for a second cat is about what we want, not what they need. We think that because we'd be lonely alone, they must be lonely too. But cats are fundamentally different in how they experience companionship. Cats sleep 12 to 16 hours a day naturally. They're crepuscular, meaning they're most active at dawn and dusk, not during typical work hours. During your workday, they're napping in sunbeams, grooming, maybe playing for a few minutes, then napping again. They're not pining for companionship, they're living their natural rhythm. When we disrupt a content cat's life by adding another cat, we're not filling a void because there is no void. We're creating problems where none existed. The cat goes from peaceful and content to stressed and defensive. Their affectionate greetings stop. Their playfulness diminishes, their relaxed demeanor disappears. If your cat is thriving, healthy, and showing clear signs of happiness, trust that. You're already giving them everything they need. Sometimes love means accepting that enough is enough. Let's be honest. The desire to get a second cat often comes from our hearts. We want to save another animal. We want more love in our homes. We think it's the right thing to do. These motivations are beautiful and show compassion, but our cats depend on us to make decisions based on their needs, not our feelings. They can't advocate for themselves or tell us in words that they're happy alone. They can only show us through their behavior. If your cat is showing multiple signs, 3 or more, you need to take that seriously. The stress of an incompatible living situation can lead to chronic health problems, behavioral issues that strain your relationship, reduced quality of life for both cats, expensive veterinary bills, and the heartbreaking possibility of having to rehome one of them. If you still feel the pull to help more cats, and I hope you do, consider other ways to make a difference. Foster kittens temporarily, volunteer at a local shelter, donate to rescue organizations, or sponsor a shelter cat's medical care. There are countless ways to help without compromising your current cat's well-being. If this video helped you see your cat's behavior in a new light, please hit that like button and subscribe. Drop a comment below telling me, is your cat an only child by choice, or do you have a multi-cat household that's thriving? Share this video with anyone thinking about getting a second cat.